Hey, make sure you check us out at the realestateinchillpodcast.com. Buy your real estate merch now. Real estate merch with swag. A brand for hustlers only. Let's go!
Welcome back to the newest episode of the Real Estate and Chill podcast. I'm your host, James Chattery, here from Cliffco Mortgage, here for all your residential financial needs, Financed by James on Instagram, here with
Kevin Iglesias, associate broker. Today, as always, of course, we bring you nothing but $1 million episodes. We got the one and only Bridget in the building. Let's go!
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. Thank you for
I
coming.
can't do an introduction like that one. That was crazy.
Give us a little background, Bridget. Tell everyone who you are.
All right. So my name is Bridget Malik. I'm with the Inspection Boys, Main Street Success, a bunch of other companies. Super excited to be here. Our goal is to just be in every single state in the United States and hopefully the world at some point too. So
Taking over. International.
All right, we're just going to jump right into it. How many businesses do you own?
So I had 15. I just sold one. So now I have 14.
14.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Bridget, you slacking. 14 businesses.
Yeah.
All right. Could you tell us off the top of your head every single business?
All right, let's go. Let's try to go through this. So I have 3 Inspection Boys locations. So that's in New York and 2 in Florida.
Okay.
Then I have Inspection Boys franchise.
Wow. Okay.
Then I have Main Street Success. I had my insurance company before. We have a roofing company. Zoom and Grooming, which is a mobile dog grooming.
We have to dive into that.
Yeah. We have A-Tax, which is a tax company. We have a soap making company. That's like a hobby that I do with me and my husband where we make soaps. Super relaxing, I swear to God it is.
With like
then
the
we
cutting
have
board.
and then we have a staffing company, and then my building is owned in company too, and we run all our expenses through there. Then I have Main Street Success that's opening up in Florida too.
Jeez.
And I have a few others, and I can't remember right now all this freaking pressure. But
You got 13.
Yeah, I got 13 right there.
One more.
That's like a child that you're just like leaving behind. You're like, come on.
It's like the bad child again.
She forgot
There's
about
one
me.
more. Oh, and then I have my environmental company.
Environmental company.
Yes. So pretty much all our asbestos testing, lead inspections, mold assessments, they all go through our environmental company.
Wow.
Yep.
So you're like a one-stop shop, basically.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's the idea.
Are mortgages in your future?
Maybe.
Oh no.
I'm just joking.
She's about to take over.
No, so like the goal of Main Street Success is to kind of like, we have the real estate side. I am working on a loan officer side where loan officers can get their licensing through us, continue education. I would love to bring title school into it too. Appraiser school, that's not immediate. It's a very long process. And then just kind of, we have the home inspection school too, and just kind of expand that even further.
Wow.
So
It's all tying everything
yeah.
all in the same sphere.
Yeah, exactly.
cool.
And then once you have it done in one state, it's super easy to just keep replicating it and growing it. So it's just a matter of doing that.
All right, let me ask you a question because it's a tough question, but I'm pretty sure it's a question that you hear a lot. Do people underestimate you being that you're a woman, or look past you being that you're a woman with all these
All
businesses?
day, every day.
How do you combat that?
Well, what's funny is like earlier you were saying like the Hispanic side of me tends to come out because I get like really aggressive, and it's like, you know, like you're not about to like
Fine print.
Yeah.
Not all Hispanics are aggressive.
Yeah, no, not all of them, but I tend to become really aggressive. Like if somebody like underestimates me or just thinks like I don't know it or what I'm talking about, Matt always says I become very dominant. And he's right. I become maybe aggressive is not the right word. I become very dominant. And I'm just like, you're not about to do this with me, and I'm about to show you why. And it may not be the right way to always go about it sometimes, but
You about to see Bridget go hood right now. She put it in the correct text.
Yeah.
But so it happens to you all the time.
Oh yeah.
You have a construction background too, right?
Yes. Yeah. So entrepreneurship really started since I was a kid. My parents had very large, successful businesses in Florida, and one of the businesses was actually automotive. So our bread and butter was working and doing sales on the used car lots of dealerships,
Wow.
right? And my parents built it where it was doing like, I want to say like 10 million plus a year.
Wow.
Right?
Sheesh.
So it was a huge business, and I was part of that. And it was always my goal to just kind of take over and just help my parents grow it even more. I had a lot of big plans with it. And then we also did custom luxury houses. So we would build custom luxury houses in South Florida and build them from the ground up and then turn around, sell them for a profit.
Of course.
Right? The problem there was a few problems. First off, my dad couldn't keep it in the pants, which was one thing. So that led to like the demise of this huge business.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that was pretty left wing.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Yeah, it's a whole story. But besides that, the market turned. We're talking about 2007, 2008, and my mom didn't know it at the time, but my dad had overextended everything, and all our money was invested in real estate. So when the market crashed, everything just kind of. So I went from living in a 12,000 square foot house in Parkland, Florida, which if you don't know Parkland, Florida, it's very luxury, very bougie, very nice area. And living a certain lifestyle where I didn't have to worry about money. Like I didn't have to I can ask daddy whatever I wanted and get whatever I wanted pretty much. It felt like everything just changed like overnight.
How old are you when that?
Like 16, 17.
So
I was still in high school when all this was happening.
How old are you when you started your first business?
So I think one of the things I just have to say that kind of kept me going, I was dating who's my husband now, but my boyfriend at the time.
Shout out high school sweetheart.
Yeah. We were in a long distance for 4 years, me and my husband. And he kept me sane because I thought I was going crazy. Like just everything that was happening in my life. Like no 16, 17-year-old should be going through this stuff. So then about when I turned 18, 19, I told my mom, I'm not staying here. I'm moving to New York. And so I moved to New York. Here I am, 19-year-old, just moved to New York. And I told...
Your husband lived here?
Yeah,
in New York?
Gotcha. Yeah, and I lived in Florida and in a brief time in Georgia. And moved, and I said, if we're moving, I want to get engaged, get married. So I was married at 20. And when I moved to New York, I had to get a job. So I worked in Manhattan for like 5 years doing medical billing at an endoscopy center and just working my way up there. And every single day, my bosses were great. They taught me a lot. But every single day I went to work and I told my husband, all right, if I get my medical billing license in this, then I can open up my own medical billing practice, right? He was like, all right, well, use that as a goal. I was like, yeah, but I don't really like medical billing. I was like, I love construction. Like, I love building houses. I love seeing the work done, but I want nothing to do with the physical work of it. So I started telling him about home inspections. And he was like, are you really going to go into crawl spaces, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, why not? So I did it. And one day my husband got his job for the railroad. And that was super life-changing moment because all of a sudden we went from making an income where we were living paycheck to paycheck, and his income at the railroad was providing both of our incomes and more so. So I was like, I can quit my job right now and we know we can pay all our bills and I can take this chance.
Yeah.
And my husband's super supportive. He was like, do it. So I did it. And here I am with
it all paid off.
Yeah. So it really started with him and his support because it would have never been able to happen in the beginning. New York is expensive,
Yeah.
Well, how'd you meet Matt?
So Matt, when I was in home inspection school in Queens, because for most of our marriage we lived in Queens, and the first night Matt was learning how to teach home inspection school, he was teaching my class his first night, and that's how I met him. And I don't know, there was just something about Matt, like there was just this, like I just felt like he needed to be my friend. And I know it sounds weird, but it was just like, this guy is somehow going to help me get to the next level in life that I need. And my husband, God bless him, because he really knows how I am. And I'm telling him this, and he's like, you know what? See what happens. You know, maybe your gut feeling is telling you, and your intuition is telling you something. So here we are now. I can't even tell you how many businesses Matt and I are partnered up with now. And we've really just grown Inspection Boys, Main Street, and all these other businesses to like a whole nother level that I don't think either one of us ever envisioned all those years ago.
You know, me and Matt, I have a love-hate relationship with Matt. Like, love him because he's Matt. Also hate him because he's a traitor. He's a trader from the Team Chattery basketball team. He left me the second year. So shout out to you, Matt, but also no shout outs to Matt.
He was the best team. I mean, what could I say?
I mean, he did win on both sides. Win with you.
So
and
he's the MVP. He's the MVP.
I don't want to speak about this anymore. He literally told me, he was like, I'm going to win both games. And I was like, you were not. And then he did. And I was like, I don't think I've spoken to Matt since.
Hey, make sure you check us out at the realestatechillpodcast.com. Buy your real estate merch now. Real estate merch with swag. A brand for hustlers only. Let's go!
All right, so 14 businesses, you sold one. Why'd you sell that 15th business?
So that business was my baby. That was the business. That was the first business I ever started on my own. And I was outgrown it. Like, it was taking too much of my time, too much of my resources. And
which business was that?
So we used to do insurance inspections.
Got you. Okay.
Right? And so I just kind of like, I don't want this anymore. I'm outgrown. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's just a lot of back and forth. And I was trying to think of ways, okay, I can either sell it this way or I could do it this way. So I was trying to think of best course of action. And, but one of the things I wanted to do first was, can I give it to one of my employees and just work out an arrangement or something like that, and this business becomes theirs? So that's what I did. I reached out to one of the employees. I was like, he's been with me for like, I want to say like 6 or 7 years, and I said, are you interested? Like, do you want this? And so we changed his life now by giving him this new business and opened doors for him that weren't open before. And to me, it was a win-win, because now I know this business that I started off is now going to somewhere else and is going to help them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's very nice of you to do.
I cried
Changing
a lot.
lives.
I cried a lot. It was just, I had to emotionally detach, you know?
Yeah.
So.
It's hard to move. Because I feel like it's not like, it's not always just like emotional attachment to other like living things. Like, it's like there are memories in your life that you have with certain stages of your life and stuff. So, I feel you on that one.
All right, so let's tackle all sides of this, right? Because everybody looking in they want to be successful. Entrepreneurship is like the biggest thing that everybody's pushing right now, because they think it's easy and it's sexy and it's financial freedom and it's your own time, et cetera, et cetera. It's a lot of work. I mean, just running one business is a lot of work. Now you're talking about 14, 15 businesses. That's a lot of work. So how do you do it?
That's a great question. So if anybody goes into this and they just think, oh, I want to do this because it's super sexy, or all of a sudden it's going to be so much money. Like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. There's a lot of sweat, blood, and tears that go into entrepreneurship. I made a lot of mistakes, a lot. And I think one of the things that helped me really pivot is once me and Matt started getting more involved in franchising. And once we started learning the ins and outs of franchising, and we really started to connect with people who had built these, franchises that they had sold for like, $500 million. And we're around these people, and me and Matt are just like picking their brains, asking them questions, how to do certain things. And me and Matt were just, I'm an implementer. So Matt is a big visionary. I am the implementer. So we're very similar and yet very different. So I would take the businesses. I'm like, all right, how can I make this where I don't have to be doing all these different steps, right? Because it ain't going to grow if I have to do all this stuff. So we just started hiring on staff, and delegation is huge. And then also systems. So implementing systems within your business, so crucial. And that's the whole premise of franchising, is you're building systems within your business. Once we started doing that, game changer, because then all of a sudden we knew exactly how to start business. Like, I could start a business in my sleep, and I have no problem getting it to $500,000 within a few years. That's easy.
Do you guys do like these classes at Main Street Success?
We're going to be starting to talk more about it.
I feel like that's a class that would pack out the room.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it doesn't now, but I'm just saying, but like that's big.
Main Street Success, one of the divisions I want to start with it is actually all about business development, but I don't want it catered just towards real estate agents. Like, I
just
really want it where businesses of all types can come in and learn how to do this, because a lot of people don't know. So that is something me and Matt are discussing to try to start branching out on that too. And yeah, I like to do that because I want people to be successful, and the more if I can help entrepreneurs not make the mistakes that I made, even better. And that's one of the reasons why me and Matt absolutely love franchising.
There's a phrase out there that says, people want to see you do good, but never better than them.
It's true.
Do you get a lot of haters?
Yes. And
are they your motivators?
You know what? No, and yes. It's weird because what has hurt a little bit is some of the haters have been some of my friends. And that has been a pill that has been kind of hard to swallow sometimes. And I've actually had to take a step away from certain people in my life because the mindset wasn't the right thing. And then there are certain people who just hate on me for every single reason and tell me I can't do something. I'm like, all right, well, just watch me because I'm just going to do it anyways. And
bang.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Yeah. So Matt always says that's always a mistake. And so does my husband. Like, if he tells me I can't do something,
you just want to do it 10 times more.
I'm just going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
how I am too.
I love that. I use doubt as fuel.
Yeah.
It motivates me. It gets me going. It's like, all right, I'm not proving anything to you. I'm gonna prove to myself that I can make this happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And if there's something I'm not completely convinced on, I won't even touch it.
Yeah, no, you have to be 100% confident. Like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do.
Because a lot of people come with us with ideas. Oh, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and I'm like, yeah, we can do that. But if I'm not like completely like sold on it, then I'll wait for you to make the first move and see if you're actually serious, and then I'll kind of step in.
I'll just reverse back to your comment about friends doubting you or saying things that hurt. I think once people put a limit on how far you can grow and what you can become, once they start to see you winning and doing things they never expected you to do, that's when the envy comes in. That's when the jealousy comes in. That's when, like, why are they doing this and I'm still in the position that I'm in? Right. They put certain limitations on you and you've surpassed those limitations, then that's when the hate and the envy comes, right?
Yeah.
And it's sad, but it's true. And that's when you have to, all right, I've outgrown you now.
And then some people also have a sense of entitlement. They feel like, well, I deserve more of what you're doing than what you do. All
I can say to that is, you wasn't shooting. What's that like? You wasn't with me shooting in the
gym? Yo, you messed that up so bad.
But it's true.
The way you laughed, oh my God.
Sorry, I knew the joke before I was going to say it, so I slipped up. But you get the point.
Yeah, I get it.
You get the point.
I'm really bad at sayings, just so you guys know. Like, if there's a saying, I
don't worry, so is Kevin.
I'm really bad.
No, that was a perfect punchline, but I was too excited to deliver it, and I fumbled. But we wrote it back.
Yeah.
But all right, so I'm going to go back, right? Because 14 businesses is a lot. You have kids. You have a marriage, right? Well, you have a kid.
Yeah, just one kid.
All right. And you have so much responsibility on your shoulders. People outside looking in are going to be like, how is she doing it?
Yes.
And then there's another saying. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Right.
So what's your rebuttal to that?
So I think out of all the businesses, if we take it business by business, right? Inspection Boys, Main Street Success, I know that like the back of my hand, right? Why? Because before becoming anything, I was a home inspector. I used to do the home inspections.
I was going to ask you that too.
Yeah,
because you said you were thinking about it. I don't know if you actually did it or you just owned the company.
I have my license as a home inspector. I have my mold assessor's license, asbestos license. I'm a home inspector instructor, so I teach our competitors how to do home inspections.
Wow.
Right? And
pretty cool.
So those businesses I know. Main Street Success, I know because I'm a real estate instructor. I know how the ins and outs work, right? But let's start talking about the other businesses, right? Those businesses, I can do those with my eyes closed. The other businesses, the mobile dog grooming company, I'm just implementing business steps and systems in place where it's running itself. And I'm hiring the key people that I need to do what I need done. I will never groom a dog. I don't even groom my own dogs. They groom my dogs, right? And I don't plan on ever doing it. I don't ever plan on doing my own tax return. In fact, I hire my tax company to do my business taxes and my personal returns, right? Like, I'm not the person that's going to be doing all those steps. So I put people in place to do those and to be my, so to speak, who's.
Yeah.
No, in other words, you're hiring people who are smarter than you,
Right.
who have experience in those fields
Right.
that can help you level up the business.
Right.
Question for you. What is the most important attribute that you look for when you hire somebody?
Okay, that's a big one.
Not smoking vapes.
No, not smoking vapes.
Yeah, I hate
Thank you
people
for
who
that.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst.
So I regret telling you guys that story right now.
I'm saying that because he smokes vapes.
Oh, you
too.
do?
No, I do not.
Yeah, you
Stop
do,
lying.
bro.
No, you're lying. I don't do that. My mom's watching this show.
He's an angel. He's an angel.
He doesn't even curse.
I don't say bad words.
All right, I have no comment. So I am a big I love culture in companies, and I feel like if you don't have a good culture, you're not going to keep staff to grow. Staff to stay. And I'm also big on teamwork. Like, so within our company, I really do take pride because when we have events or if we're doing everything, or like, for example, right now when we're sitting here, one of our inspectors tested positive for COVID. Tell my office, hey, no, I haven't seen them. Most of the time, I don't see them. If I see them once a month, right?
I was about to all right, episode done. We out of here.
And all I did is send a message to my office, and it's already done. It's already taken care of.
So they're being sprayed down as we speak?
No, but I'm saying is they step in and they work as a team. Like I send one message to the office and there's like 10 people on the group, and one of them already replied, it's done, handled. His jobs are moved. Right? It could have been anybody, but the teamwork, I'm always telling everybody, like, I don't ever want to hear that's not my job.
All right, another question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have natural born talent for somebody starting to work for you, or natural born trust with that person? Trust or talent?
Trust.
What about you, Kevin?
Definitely trust.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same exact way. I value trust over like anything.
I have trained people that know nothing about construction, home inspection, people. I trained a guy who knew nothing about computers, and I've turned them into some of the best people.
Yeah, because and again, these people have to have that burning desire in them to want to be able to grow and learn, and and learn these skills. Because if not, they're not going to get anywhere.
We've changed people's lives. Like, there's been so many people that have worked for us.
Doesn't it feel good saying that?
Yeah, and I want to do that. Like, I'm not doing this just to, like, all right, financially, sure. Does it benefit my family? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, like, I really want to change people's lives and get them in a better position, to the point where even some of our inspectors, we've given them opportunities like, hey, if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to do this life, we will help you get there. Like, we've offered them territories where they can open up their own inspection companies. We told them we would train them how to do everything. And, we've always made it readily available to them that want this.
It's pretty cool. You don't really get that a lot.
No, and but it also builds loyalty with them too, because they see that we're willing to invest in them and help them get to that next level. So that's kind of that's why I say trust, because I can turn anybody into a player.
I'm with you. I feel the same exact way. I think that a lot of people don't kind of overlook that aspect of it, because if you can't trust somebody, you can't do
work
anything
with
with
them.
them. Yeah. Like, that's just how it is. That's just how I feel.
I don't get me wrong. We've had people that I can't trust. We've had on the insurance side, we've had inspectors where I cannot trust what they're doing, what they're saying, and it's not worth the stress.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we end up just like, hey, thank you, we're done.
You always gotta I don't know. I just feel like if you don't trust somebody, you're like overlooking them. You're spending a lot more attention. Like, you just don't want to do that. You want to cut all that out.
And sometimes you just have to cut your loss and just move on and be done with it. And it happens. We've done it a few times, so it's not perfect.
What are you looking to do next? Like, are you looking to grow out the current business that you have? Or are you looking to expand out, see other businesses?
As of now, I will never buy or start another home inspection company from scratch again. And not because I don't love our industry. I love the industry, but I don't want to be capped at building a $5 million business. I don't want that. I want stuff that's going to build me 20 million, 100 million, to whatever that is.
You've reached the ceiling to where it can go.
Right. So I'm kind of like, all right, now we're going to start moving on, and we have a few ideas on how to get there. It's going to take a lot of resources. We're going to have to raise money and capital and get investors and build these things out. but if we do it, we'll be really good. And I know the industry, you know, the franchising part, we started with one location many years ago, and now we have 32 locations that have been bought. You know, so I'm pretty proud of that. We've grown there too, and that right there is a huge company. It just takes some time to get to that next level too.
All right, I'm gonna say this: why inspection boys if you're not?
If I'm a girl, I love that question.
That's a good question. I actually didn't even think of that.
I love that question. You know what's funny is that's one of the questions we always get asked. Like, well, why inspection boys? You're a girl, and I'm like, because it's a great way to get people to ask why they should hire. Because here I am, I'm a female inspector doing this, and it has actually sold us a lot of franchises because of that.
Wow.
I did an inspection in Levittown where I called you guys. This was a couple years back, and a girl showed up too, and then we were wearing like the pink shirts or something like that. Back in the day, this was way back, but I was just like, I texted Matt. I was like, yo, I didn't even know you had, you know, like women inspectors.
Oh, maybe it was Lindsay.
I don't know.
Because it was me and Lindsay, which Lindsay
Probably.
just had a baby. She's an agent and she works for us and she's great. She had twins.
Nice.
How long has Inspection Boys been in business?
I want to say since 2017.
2017?
Mm-hmm.
So what
like
was your first business then?
Insurance.
Insurance was your first. Okay, that's why
Yeah.
you said like you were so close to it. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. I didn't know Inspection Boys was around since 2000. I thought it was like an OG company. Like,
So
while.
we actually bought the name Inspection Boys from another guy who started a mega franchise and he sold for a lot of money. And his franchise was so simple because it was called I don't know if I can say the name, but it was called Patch Boys. So it was literally, if there's a hole in your drywall, they come out, patch it, and charge you money. And they just, you know, a lot of people don't know how to do basic things like that, right? And then he ended up growing it to such a huge scale, and he ended up selling for a lot of money. Well, he had Inspection Boy's name, but he never did anything with it. So
you bought the
we
name.
bought it from him. And then he kind of mentored us for a few years too. Really nice guy. And, you know, we'll talk to him every once in a while. Now he owns like a huge dryer vent company. He owns like something with tinting, like a huge franchise doing tinting. So he's really like, he's a mega franchisor. He just keeps doing other franchisor businesses underneath him and just growing them.
Is that what you guys want to do? Build a name so big and then sell it?
Yes. So that's idea. So we want to grow Inspection Boys to a certain number. So in franchising, you're considered a successful franchise if you have over 20 or 25 locations.
Which you guys have 32.
Which we have 32. Which tells you how much failure there is in franchising. It's very difficult to start up a franchise because there's a lot of license law behind it. It's very expensive. So a few years ago, we sold part of our company and we joined with Loyalty Brands. And Loyalty Brands is owned by John Hewitt, who he is amazing. So you guys know of like Jackson Hewitt and Liberty Tax? Like,
yeah.
So he's the one that founded and started all those tax locations. And he literally sold everything and he's worth like over $500 million or something crazy.
Sheesh.
Right? So he's literally me and Matt's like mentor. And he saw the vision in Inspection Boys and they wanted to buy 50% of it. So they've been helping us grow it and scale it. And now we're around these people that have like done crazy things with franchising that I didn't even know was possible. And they're just been teaching us the ropes and showing us how to do everything. So knowledge is power. And if you don't tell people what you're trying to do and what your vision, then you're not going to grow. But we've just been telling everybody what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build. And these people have just been helping us every step of the way. So
Success is inevitable for you.
I don't know about inevitable.
Success is inevitable at Main Street Success.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you don't quit. I mean, people doubted you. You know, you lost a couple of relationships going to success, which is normal for everybody. But you didn't quit.
I can't quit.
Success, exactly.
There has to always be something. And, you know, some businesses, you know, like there's been times where I've made mistakes where I should have probably stopped something before it kept going. And I didn't. So now I refuse to let something like that happen again, where if I see like, okay, I need to change course, I need to do it quick.
So Inspection Boys, and you know, the name is catchy. And you guys built such a strong brand that everybody knows who you guys are.
I appreciate that because we worked really hard at that.
It's true.
Thank you.
You know, and you guys have a really good reputation, and word of mouth travels so quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's hard to like keep a good reputation too. It's very hard because things go wrong.
Oh yeah, of
like
course.
if I sat here and said every single home inspection has gone 100% perfect, that would be a lie. So but I am very big about the experience, because if there's something that goes wrong in an experience, and it's my job or my staff's job to figure out how to rectify the experience and make it better.
Which she does. I mean, I heard it from Andrew on the team. He's like, yo, she took care of me. It's like she hooked me up. You know, something went wrong. She made it right, like right then and there.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
So that's a testimony to you guys.
Thank you.
But our idea here is the same thing. You know, build a really, really big platform where it's not local, it's global. And it seems like that's what you guys have in mind as well.
Yeah.
You know, that global mindset.
So what's
international.
funny is nobody would ever guess, but in India, home inspections are a huge thing in India.
What?
Yeah. Never would have guessed that.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm not Indian. I don't know.
I'm just saying, because you be knowing weird facts all the time.
Yeah, so there's actually a big franchise over there that's doing really good business in India. And I was very shocked I never knew that.
Is
that
it
was
Inspection
even a huge
Boys
thing.
with a Z? Just saying, because there's a lot of copyright, a lot of counterfeit stuff going on out there.
Yeah,
too,
I was
so.
very shocked when I learned that one, because I never expected that one. So that's why I'm saying, like, if they can do, like, if you can build these brands in other countries, you know. And I think Main Street Success is also a huge one that's very underestimated right now, because my goal with Main Street Success is to get it to all 50 states and to just be a huge powerhouse in changing the industry. And I don't mean just real estate. I mean home inspection. I mean loan officer. I mean everything, and just building it. It's not going to happen overnight, but you know, that's kind of the goals.
Let them sleep on you, and you'll wake them up eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, you
That's a
practiced
good
that
one.
in your head
I
10 times before you said it.
So many
Had
phrases,
to.
so many sayings. Look, is there anything else that you could leave us off with? You know, people are always interested in being successful entrepreneurs. They think that it's easy. They think it's, it's life-changing, which it could be. But anything else you can give us as far as tip-wise?
So, I mean, I am pretty much an open book. So if anybody wants to come to me and ask me questions, I have no problem telling them and trying to help them as much as possible. The thing I would recommend to people is just start with the foundations, right? If you don't build a really good foundation to your business, it's just going to crumble. And a lot of people underestimate how important the foundations are, right? So that's what I would say, start with that. And then once you figure out the basics on what you need to run a business, it's very easy to keep replicating. And that's all we do. Like, I know how to replicate businesses super quick, and we're a marketing company first before we are a home inspection or real estate school. Marketing comes first.
Marketing as far as?
So what I mean is, so let's talk about Inspection Boys. We do home inspections, we do mold, we do all these other things, but we are a marketing company first before we're a home inspection company, because we need to be out there marketing to get the phone to ring all the freaking time.
Okay.
You know, so
makes sense.
We are always reinvesting back into marketing so that we're always top of mind.
Love it. Bridget, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, so my Instagram is BAM0622, and then our inspection company, well, we have a bunch of Inspection Boys pages, but you can follow us at Nassau Inspection Boys or Suffolk Inspection Boys too.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Bridget, for coming on the show, giving us all your great knowledge, and congratulations on everything you've done, obviously.
We thank you for always supporting us as well.
Yes, that
all
as
of
well.
our
Thank you.
events.
Thank
All
you.
of our
Main
events.
Street Success Inspection Boys always help us out. So we thank you guys, you and Matt. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. And we love you guys, so thank you.
We appreciate you guys. All right. That was the latest episode of the Real Estate and Chill podcast. We will see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Real Estate and Chill podcast with James Chaudhry and Kevin Iglesias. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this with your friends, your enemies, your mother-in-law. No, seriously, this podcast is so fucking good, you might want to tell your ex. See you next time.